Good morning. How's everybody doing? Awesome. Great to see. Great to see everybody. Welcome to Dreamforce. Welcome to the Salesforce Consulting Partner Keynote. My name is Tyler Prince, and I'm thrilled to be able to spend a few minutes with you today. You know, we chose that opening video about the Salesforce for Ohana for a reason, because I don't think there's a better example of what we define as the Ohana as our partners. We consider this a bit of a family reunion. My team is excited to be able to focus on this week and spend time with each and every one of you. So thanks for joining. You know, our partner ecosystem has grown so rapidly that this year we chose to break up the keynote into two segments. So hopefully some of you joined us here in this very room just prior to this, where we saw an amazing presentation from Layla and Corey and the AppExchange team talking about some of the new enhancements to the AppExchange, some of the new programs that we brought forward to benefit our ISVs, and some pretty cool innovation from a handful of our partners as well. So it's great. In fact, I see a number of our ISVs in the room right now, which I think is perfect, because I have been speaking every year when I take this stage about the value of the Salesforce connected partner ecosystem. When consulting partners engage with ISVs and ISVs embrace consulting partners, good things happen. We deliver better solutions for our customers, and we all win. So I think it's amazing. So welcome to you. We've got an exciting session planned here for you this morning, and nothing really sets up and fuels that excitement and energy than a forward-looking statement slide. So please take a chance of reading this. And here's why I put this up here. We have a pretty exciting list of speakers to join me on stage here today, and they are wildly enthusiastic about the opportunity around Salesforce and our partners. So I can almost guarantee each of them will make some sort of forward-looking statement. So if you read the fine print, it's going to tell you essentially to make your buying decisions based on currently available product and so on. So, you know, I love this segment. I think Layla in the previous session talked about this as well. The morning of day one is pretty special. And it's because it allows us to welcome each and every one of you to Dreamforce. We're essentially kicking this thing off, which is exciting. And I also get a chance to thank you. I get to personally thank the people that are responsible for making Dreamforce possible, and it's our sponsors. Here you see a list of some of our largest sponsors, and if you notice, these are the most recognized names in the industry in terms of technology and influence and of business transformations. I'm very proud of this slide. I'm also proud of another 400 partners beyond this that won't fit on the slide that are here making Dreamforce special. They are here bringing innovation, their sponsorship, engaging with customers, and it really is what makes Dreamforce buzz. So thank you for that. But you know what? That support of Salesforce doesn't just happen here in San Francisco or around Dreamforce. It really is something that lasts over the entire year. So I definitely want to, on behalf of Salesforce, on behalf of my team, thank you for everything you do day in and day out to invest in us, to support our customers, to challenge us, to inspire us, to work with us. It's really exciting, and it's a privilege to be part of this. You know, we've done some amazing things together. We built the largest cloud ecosystem in the world. We also, from my 28 years of experience in this industry, have built the most enviable consulting partner ecosystem that the world has ever known. So I really appreciate your support in where we're going. And you know what? Most people agree we've got significant growth and opportunity ahead of us as well. In fact, I'd like to reference the IDC report that was recently refreshed that talks about the ecosystem and the impact Salesforce has on the ecosystem. There are a couple of data points that really jump out at you that I think really make the point. One is that IDC believes in the year 2022 that Salesforce and its ecosystem will have an impact of $859 billion in GDP. They also believe that 3.3 million jobs will be created in the ecosystem as well. And the data point that I think jumps out of that report as I get to think about what's important to each of you is that for every dollar of Salesforce revenue in 2022, that almost $5.20 will be created for the ecosystem. So think about that for a second. It's pretty amazing. But I think it's also important to think about this in context of your offerings. The consulting partners are in the room. And we spent some time thinking of this. If you dig into the report, you'll find out that about two-thirds of that $5.20 is attributed to the kind of services that you provide to your customers. If you extrapolate that out, that we believe over the next 5 years that this ecosystem, your business, will grow at a 33% compounding annual growth rate. Some of you grow faster, some of you might grow slower, but we're certainly here to help you grow faster. We also think that translates into the opportunity for 250,000 or more consultants in this ecosystem delivering value to our customers every day. And today, it's critical because we have about 150,000 customers that we enjoy today. We certainly expect that to grow quite rapidly over the next 5 years as well. So it's really important for us to help you take advantage of this opportunity, and we're committed to that. But today's session, I want to talk about something else that's important. Beyond how do we help you grow and take advantage of the opportunity, how do we figure out a way to continue to drive lasting customer success for our customers? And we want to do that and tell this story today in 3 parts. First, what can we do and what are we thinking about and what's top of mind in terms of how can we scale the workforce? Second, how do we work with you and together bring incredible new innovation and shape that and drive that and bring that to the customers to drive more value? And then lastly, what can we do in how we work together to ensure that we're constantly and maniacally focused on driving customer success and value of our customers? So that's what the rest of the session is going to be about today. So with that, I'd like to start on the topic of scaling workforce. And I can't think of anybody better to join us than my boss, Keith Block, Vice Chairman, COO, President of Salesforce. Come on up, Keith. All right.
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. More importantly, better to see them. This is good.
That's right.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, Keith. You have been here every consulting or every partner keynote that we've had since you joined the company, so I appreciate your support. You always say yes to join this, and we love having you kick it off. I might sort of start with something to get your perspective. Back in August, you assembled the leadership of the company from around the world, and where we talked about the future of Salesforce and where we're going. We told the story in 3 chapters, and so I think the audience would benefit from hearing what the 3 chapters are. And then more importantly, when you think about chapter 3, which happens to be my favorite, by the way, which is, what does that mean for our partners?
Yeah, I would love to share that, but I'm admiring the checks on your jacket.
You're looking pretty good too. How about that?
This is really good. We're done. It's all good. Anyway, yes, I'd love to talk about chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It's all very exciting. But the most important thing that I can say, Tyler's already done this, but I just want to say thank you. Could you just give yourselves a round of applause? Our partners are so critical to the success of our company and our customers. We just could not do this without you. So we have an annual retreat that we bring the top 800 managers out to tough duty out to Hawaii every summer. And we have a conversation about the future of the company and what drives success and all that stuff. And it's referred to as La Lima, which is kind of cool as well. But we work very, very hard, okay? It sounds glamorous going to Hawaii, but we work, right?
We do.
So we talked about how we got here. We refer to that as chapter 1 and chapter 2. Now this is high math, so I need you to pay attention to this. Chapter 1 was getting the company to $1 billion. Chapter 2 was getting the company to $10 billion, which I'm happy to say that we've already declared that we'll do over $10.4 billion this year. So everything's in tens. And chapter 3 is, yes, you guessed it, $20 billion, right? So we're very, very excited about what's happened. And when we think about what's gotten us here, obviously the customer portfolio is fantastic. Our product portfolio is fantastic. But 4 years ago, we put something in place which has really catapulted us. I mean, if you think about 4 years ago, the company was $4 billion. We'll do over 10 this year. It's 2.5 times in a very short period of time. And later today, giving you a sneak preview, we will be giving our forward guide to next year, so wait to hear that. It's pretty amazing. But there were 3 very, very important growth strategies. Number 1 was industries and speaking the language of the customers. Now, you as consultants and those of you who are ISVs in the room, you can certainly appreciate how important it is to speak the language of your client and how you add value and provide a point of view and all that good stuff and solutions for the future leveraging these amazing technologies. So the number 1 growth lever was the speaking the language of the customer. Number 2 was international expansion. Because as we all know, if you're going to serve a global customer, you have to make sure that you service them globally, not just here in the United States. So we've made huge investments in international expansion. In fact, over 40% of our hires this fiscal year have been made outside the United States. Now, 3, which is critical, was, as Tyler said, to have the largest ecosystem in the cloud. So that means our consulting partners of all shapes and sizes all over the world, but also our ISV community that Layla did a tremendous job with her keynote this morning. And those three factors have not just brought us from 4 to 10, but they are going to bring us from 10 to 20 and hopefully 20 and beyond. But I can't emphasize this enough, and I'm not just saying this because I'm in front of this audience. The partners are absolutely critical to our success and our customer success. And that is as genuine as it's going to get. Just super critical. So if you walk away with one message, that is the message.
Great. Well, thank you. One of the things as I covered in this setup essentially is most of this session is really going to be focused on how do we work with our partners to continue to drive and deliver value to our customers. You meet with CEOs every day. And in fact, I'm excited to hear we have the most CEOs joining us here at Dreamforce than ever before. It's pretty remarkable.
Really cool.
But part of your conversations, you've relayed to me at least, because it's relevant to this audience, is that while they're thinking through a transformation agenda, while they're trying to organize themselves for success, one common thing comes up is how do they have a workforce that can deliver. Now, certainly consulting partners play an important role in that and can support those customers, but the customers themselves are trying to build out their own capacity. Can you shed some light on what you think we're working on there today?
Yeah, I don't think this will be a surprise when you hear me make these comments. I mean, we live in a world of unprecedented times in many, many ways, both good and bad, but certainly from a technology perspective. And we have this perfect storm, this convergence of technology that we have called, digital transformation. That's kind of a great catchphrase for it. But, this combination of cloud, mobile, social, data science, and now artificial intelligence, which has launched us into something that certainly, I guess it was coined at the World Economic Forum, this expression of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. And actually, it's a major theme for our event this week, which is customer success in the time of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. And if you just think about the capabilities of artificial intelligence, and this is going to be a challenge and an opportunity to all of us, okay? Because our clients, our joint customers are counting on us to bring them into the future. And we are just at the tip of the iceberg at this industrial revolution. And there's a lot of dialogue around artificial intelligence. Almost every day there's an article being written, there's a story that's being written about artificial intelligence. I bet you that if we polled everybody in this audience, we would get a different answer on the meaning of artificial intelligence. I mean, certainly Salesforce, we have our own definition of AI relative to our product in Einstein. But one thing that is very clear is that AI in this fourth industrial revolution will have a very profound societal impact. And some people go with the Zuckerberg side of this, some people go with the Elon Musk side of this, kind of the positive and the negative. At Salesforce, we view this as very, very positive. And we're very optimistic about the future and what AI can bring, as long as policy is applied to technology, all right? So this will have profound impact on the workforce. We like to think of this, though, as man/woman and machine, as opposed to man/woman or machine. So we're looking at this as a positive thing. But again, to make this work, there has to be the appropriate policy in place. And more importantly, each of us has a social responsibility as individuals, as part of corporations, as part of governments, to make sure that this technology is applied in a very, very good way. So, profound impact on the workforce. What does that mean? It means that there will be a challenge like never before in terms of skill sets. Tyler just talked about the Salesforce economy and how we're going to fill that together, which will be a challenge and an opportunity. You layer on top of that what the Industrial Revolution 4.0 means in terms of skills and making sure that we have the right people at the right place. We have to think about, as the slide says, this journey to the skilled workforce. It's not just about K through 12, that's important, but it's also the white collar worker and the blue collar worker. And we offer Trailhead. I think everybody understands about the importance of Trailhead in terms of reskilling people. But it's all about training for the new skills in the future so that we can meet this challenge as a society and workforce engagement. And then a great example of this is VetForce. Now, I'm an executive sponsor of VetForce. I love VetForce. In the next 3 years, we will reskill over 40,000, or VetForce will reskill over 40,000 citizen soldiers. That's awesome, huh? I mean, if anybody deserves it more than that, I don't know. And actually, just a special shout out, if we could, we have some VetForce people out here. If we could just stand up and be recognized, that'd be really cool. So these are people who are serving our country, and we have an obligation. We have some VetForce people in the back over there as well. We have an obligation as society to make sure that we bring these people back, not only safely, but in a place, in a way that they can contribute and be able to thrive in society. So We love VetForce. I love VetForce. I've got my VetForce pin on. And we wanted to recognize somebody, didn't we?
We did.
We did. And that person is Donald Borish. We're going to ask him to come on up. Donald, come on up.
All right, Donald.
How you doing, man?
Thanks, Donald. Yeah.
How you doing?
Morning. Outstanding.
You're looking good.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I love that.
We're going to start doing that?
Some days. Just kidding. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We're very, very proud. You're going to tell us a story. We want to hear your story, how VetForce has changed your life.
Definitely. VetForce is an amazing program, and it has definitely changed my life.
Tell us how VetForce has changed your life.
So I actually came straight out of high school, enlisted in the United States Air Force. After a transition, ended up in the Army and still in the Army National Guard, serving about 45 minutes away from here in a unit. And thanks to the VetForce program, I was actually able to get free Salesforce training so that way I can join this and work within this amazing platform that we have here at Salesforce.
That's great. You've actually joined Deloitte Digital, one of our great partners, of course. Yeah. All right. There must be the Deloitte guys sitting on the front row. So tell us a bit about that journey, though, like how you went from VetForce to landing it at Deloitte Digital.
Definitely. So basically, I started the VetForce program. Actually went through all the different modules that are there. Went and actually achieved 4 certifications. I'm working on my 5th one right now. And after working at a couple of customers, fellow clients, I ended up actually getting into the consulting world and am now with the biggest consulting firm, Deloitte.
Very good. Well, congratulations on that. It's a great path.
Now, there's a story that some people know, but I don't think everybody in the audience knows that we're just gonna tell because I know you're a very humble person and a very high quality person. So Donald was, I think it was the Route 91, if I'm not mistaken, in Las Vegas. There was a concert, for those of you outside the country, although it's hard to ignore, thinking that anybody around the world didn't hear about this story, where there was just this heinous crime, this terrible incident, and you were there with your girlfriend, Heather, who is, Heather is over here somewhere. Where's Heather? Heather, stand up. Says they were there together, and the shooting started. And you got Heather out of there, and you got, a lot of people would have not, they would have panicked, they would have not known what to do, but you got her out of there, and then you went back. So you didn't run from harm's way, you went right back into it, and you saved several people. Is that the true story?
Yes, sir, that is.
And I mean, how about a round of applause for that bravery?
Look at that.
Thank you.
So you went back into it, you saved your girlfriend, you saved other people, and as I understand it, you were wearing your VetForce hat.
Yes, sir, that is correct. I actually was.
Okay.
Well, she was, technically.
Oh, she was wearing your VetForce hat. Okay, well, that's a twist of the story, but it's good, all good. It's all good. Anyway, you were wearing your VetForce hat, and in the process of saving all these lives, which is unbelievable. I mean, that's a great story unto itself. You lost it. Or now that I know, Heather, you actually lost it. Okay, but that's okay. Is that also true?
Yes, that is true, sir.
Okay, well, you know what? You are a great representative of this country and a great representative of VetForce, and we decided to give you a little
founding
bit of a
one of the original designs. So please accept that. Yes, thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Donald.
Great. All right. Well, Keith, thank you. Donald, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right,
Great,
thanks. Enjoy Dreamforce.
Great discussion. So, all right. What a great story. Thanks again. I followed a little bit of that on social media after it happened, and it's just really an amazing story. So thank you for your service and also for what you've done to help others. So anyway, scaling the workforce is critical to us. The second part of the story that we want to talk about is how together do we shape this innovation? and bring that to our customers and drive even more value. And it's an important topic. In fact, it's what we're going to celebrate all week, right? Part of why we're here is to really look at all this innovation. So to help us take us through this part of the story, I would love to invite to the stage Naracha Tekajunavut.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. I am so excited to be here today because it is my 10th Dreamforce. I actually had to do a little bit of counting this weekend. And I was reflecting on the partnership journey that we've been on together. Partners have been key to our success from the start. And we want to acknowledge your tremendous commitment to staying with us every step of this journey, whether it was developing industry accelerators for the Full Force program 4 years ago, or adopting the 6 new and updated certifications released this year, or even earning Trailhead badges at an unbelievable clip. We're close to 600,000 Trailhead badges, and we expect to hit that this month. You have been on this rocket ride with us, and I'm so excited about that. When we look at our journey together, our product suite has never been stronger. We are in the top right of the Gartner Magic Quadrant across the board, and we believe that our platform, with the new enhanced cutting-edge features of AI and IoT, is very, very strong. And we've heard this from you. You agree with us. You are excited about this. We've learned this from the Voice of the Partner survey that we recently ran. And what we learned is you're excited about the innovation, but you're a little bit anxious about keeping up. So we took that to heart. You're anxious about keeping up, and we're going to focus on that. But beyond that, you're also a little anxious about how you grow your resources to meet the customer demand. Now, Keith and Tyler just talked about some of our workforce development initiatives. And one of the things that's very important to us, I'm a little bit behind on my clicking here. One of the things that's very important to us is how we work together around workforce development. More announcements to come later this week. But beyond that, you can hire the amazing VetForce cohort. You can hire our VetForce heroes right now. And if you don't know quite how to go about doing that, well, it turns out there's a trail for that. So on Trailhead, you will find our military veteran recruitment trail. So go take a look at that. Or alternatively, you can head to the expo, to the VetForce booth, and meet many of our folks there. Beyond that, though, how do we ensure that all these talent initiatives that Salesforce is doing around training, around apprenticeships and internships, how do we ensure that we connect those to your open roles? How do we ensure that we place this incredible new talent? Well, the first thing we're working on is a Trailhead for Students program. And tonight, the very first time, we have a graduate career fair. Over 150 new grads, many of whom are holding at least one certification, to meet with 30 partner firms. Beyond that, the Trailhead for Student Talent Hub is coming, and that is our platform to connect new and recent grads with potential employers. That will be live in the beginning of the year, but you can see a URL on screen, so as partners, you can preview this today. So stay tuned as we continue this. Training your new grads is also very key. As part of the feedback we've seen in the Voice of the Partner survey, you want enablement. You want simple enablement. You want more of it. It's pretty consistent, just more enablement. Well, we have all roads leading to Trailhead. And our university certification team is now part of our Trailhead team into one global learning ohana. What that means for you as partners is preserving your investments in certifications with all the good things you love around that, but also acknowledging the investment you're making in Trailhead. And I'm pleased to announce that next year in our consulting partner program, Partnership Value Score, your Trailhead badges and points will be accounted for as well. Now, those of you who were in the audience earlier for the ISV keynote would have heard that that is also the case for the Trailblazer scorecard. The investment you have made in Trailhead has been astounding. One recent example is the Lightning Migration Super Badge. We released that about 2 months ago because we believe that Lightning Migration is an incredible services opportunity. In the last 2 months, partners have earned over 2,500 super badges, far surpassing our targets, which may mean we need to do a better job of target setting. However, our Lightning adoption team and our Trailhead team have been amazed because this is a tough badge. So thank you very much for adopting that so quickly. And when we come back to enablement, self-service and on-demand is great, but you told us in the feedback forms you want us out in the field with you, face-to-face. So we took a look at the numbers this year. We have seen over 18,000 of you face-to-face so far this year during various activities such as partner forums and workshops and boot camps. We'll continue that in the future, but in Q1, we are so pleased to announce a new tour, a new enablement tour focused on building your practice lifecycle. How do you grow your practice with Salesforce? And we'll be announcing some new customer success content you'll hear about shortly. And the last thing I wanted to reflect on in terms of feedback is you wanted more content around our new areas such as CPQ, Commerce Cloud, and DMP. So we're working on that as well. But enablement seems to indicate that our relationship is kind of a one-way thing, that we're just telling you stuff, which is completely not the case. That sharing and that feedback goes both ways. And it's really reflected in our products as well. We recently launched Financial Services Cloud for retail banking, and this product was not developed on our own. We took a lot of partner expertise and knowledge. Our industry product team met with partners to hear about industry requirements and trends, specific implementation experience, as well as customer use cases. We listened, we incorporated this into our product build, and this gave us a smarter, more innovative product, which has been received really well in the marketplace. So how do we continue this? How do we continue bringing partners and products closer together? Well, we had a recent example with a Marketing Cloud Partner Summit held in Indianapolis just a couple of months ago. And our product teams shared roadmaps. They listened to a lot of partner feedback, both good and bad. And there was an amazing level of transparency and openness that we hadn't seen before. So we want to be able to continue this, not just for Marketing Cloud, not just for industry products, but also platform and all of our other clouds. I think the important thing in here that is the two-way communication is what we can all benefit from tremendously. In fact, our product collaboration means that not only can you develop solutions on our platform, which is what the AppExchange keynote was all about this morning, but you can also develop solutions on our clouds. And this was a program we announced last year called Lightning Bolt. And with that, with product collaboration in mind, there is no better partner advocate than Mike McCucci, who's going to join us to talk about what's new with Lightning Bolt.
All right. Thank you, Naracha. It's always great to get the product guy up here. Can't wait to tell you guys all the cool things that we're doing. But first, I need to say thank you to all you partner trailblazers. Last year, here at Dreamforce, we launched Lightning Bolt, and it was awesome. We did it with 12 partners. I'm sure you're in the room. 14 Bolt solutions. Fast forward 1 year, we now have 50 solutions out there helping customers all over the globe. Congratulations to all of you trailblazers. Thank you so much. It's been a great, great year for Lightning Bolt. Now, just in case you're not 100% sure what is Lightning Bolt, maybe you're new, maybe you didn't hang out with Naracha enough, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what it is, all right? Lightning Bolt is very simple. We took a step back and said, how can we get our customers to market faster with Salesforce? And so what we did is we created an idea that said, we will create package solutions. And we will do that with all of you. And we'll create a model where you can package up your business expertise, create templates, brand them, and put them all in a package and give it to your customers so they can get jump-started faster. And now we started that with Community Cloud. That's what I run, Community Cloud. And I also run something called Lightning Flow, which I'll talk about in a second. But this year, because we're Salesforce, we went even bigger and better. And we expanded Lightning Bolt to the full part of all of the core Salesforce. So you can do Lightning Bolt with Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, Industries, Lightning Components, and you can put it all together. Now, in addition, from feedback from all of you and our customers, we added something also I think is really, really cool. And that's what we call Lightning Flow. Lightning Flow allows you to bring processes, which we call flows, and embed them into your solutions. Think of a process as like everything from change beneficiary, request an ID card. And you can embed that into your community, a portal. You can embed it into Service Cloud. And it runs on our process automation platform, which today, I don't know if you know this stat, we execute over 100 billion process actions every month on our platform. And this is super cool. So not only you have that, the full spectrum, and you can put them together and package them together. And the final step is AppExchange. We launched the Bolt store with a new AppExchange on October 24th. And now you have a place to promote your Bolt solutions right there on the Bolt store. I couldn't be more excited to have this opportunity to have them there, along with Lightning Flow, and along with a full surface area. Now, because I'm a product guy, there's no better way to explain how this works than show a demo. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show a demo today. So with the help of Arnab in the back, Arnab, let's switch over to the demo. I'm gonna show you a demo of how Lightning Flow, Lightning Bolt, and Community Cloud and Service Cloud all work together. And after we show this short demo, we're gonna package it up into a Lightning Bolt and put it out in the AppExchange. All right, so let's try all that. I got like 6 minutes to do that. I think we're in good shape. So this is a customer portal. It was built using Community Cloud. I think it's for a fictitious company called Bright Financial. I think we've all seen these, right? This is where you go to get your statements and your bank information. And right in the middle is Lightning Flow. These are these rich processes. And Arnab and I built one, we call it Order Custom Debit Cards, because we need to order a custom debit card, and I'll be Lauren Boyle. And the first step of the flow, because it's Lightning, it's rich and visual. We put videos in here and pictures and characters because we're Salesforce, and let's get started. So we'll jump into the flow. First step, all flows, a good flow has a subway stops. It tells the user where are they at. And now we'll select personal, so it's gonna be a personal debit card. And we got all sorts of great options here. So we'll pick Astro Yeti because we're in the middle of the winter release and we're building out that custom debit card. Now hold it. This is cool. At least as a product person, I think this is really cool. The flow is part of CRM, right? It's right at the core and it's pulling the account details out and the contact cards. These are the Lightning design systems. All we did is pull the contact cards and put them into the flow. And here's the people on the account. Now we're missing somebody because I'm gonna have this card for my daughter. And so I purposely left her off because I want to show you what the service experience would look like with Lightning Flow. So Arnab, let's switch over to the service console. This is Lightning Service Console. We configured it for Bright Financial, but really what I'm going to focus on today is in the upper right. This is another flow. It's called Add Account Member. We're going to add my daughter, Katie, here right to the flow. And it took a couple clicks, we added her in here. She's now part of the account. Now, what's interesting is all this flow is pointing to one common account record. We're running two flows at once, one in the portal and one in the console. Now, let's switch back, Arnab, and switch back over to the phone and show you the portal. Let's finish getting this debit card. There's Katie, right there. Again, it's pointing to one record. We ran two flows at once. I'm gonna go keep moving, look at my card. That looks like an awesome card. I'll put a confirm, and boom, I just ordered a custom debit card on the portal. That's pretty cool. Thank you. All right. So out there, you're probably going, I bet you have a customer somewhere that needs a portal using Community Cloud with something like this, with Lightning Flow, that works back and forth with Service Cloud. How can I package that up into a solution to jumpstart the customer deployment? That's where Lightning Bolt comes in. So Arnab, let's switch over to Lightning Bolt. Okay, now I'm gonna play Cody Consultant. And I am in the app launcher and I have Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna click on Lightning Bolt and I'm gonna build this solution. Now, Cody, he's already built out a couple. He's built out retail clienteling, Partner Central, maybe franchise management, and he's gonna create a new one because he wants to crush his quota this year. First step, let's just name it. We're gonna call it Service Central, all right? The next step, we're gonna add some summaries to this, like the details, the description, some thumbnails, like why should somebody use this? let's go to the next step. This is where it starts to get interesting. I'm sure all of you have done this. You've built custom Lightning apps out there. We built one, a custom service console you just saw. Maybe we have a custom version of the console for managers. And of course, we built our awesome service portal. So let's select those three, Arnab, and let's add them into the Bolt. Now, I mentioned Lightning Flow. You can also add Lightning Flows. So let's select a few Lightning Flows. So we built out flows for loan app processing, new client onboarding, and fraud information management. So we're gonna add those processes into the Bolt package. We'll click next. There it is, there's my manifest. I got everything I need. I have my apps, my flows, the product requirements. It's all right there in this bundle. Save and finish. It's building out that package. And there we go. I now have another solution that I can give to my customers to jumpstart them on their journey with Salesforce. Now you can give that to your solution. That's right, we should all clap because this is helping all of us have better customer success. You can give that solution to your customers through a private link or click on it. You can go to the AppExchange on the Bolt store. And mine, of course, is in the upper left because Arnab and I built it. And it's already got 5 stars, even though we published it like 3 minutes ago. And if you go down the bottom, you can see that cool manifest. And if you click Get It Now, all of you can do this and be a trailblazer. That's why Lightning Bolt is super cool, why all you guys should check this out. Thank you. Now, let's switch back to the slides, please. All right. So I need Naracha to come on back up here because you can't do this by yourself. So if you like this demo, I got 3 more in 1 hour right in here in this room with Farmers Insurance, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and Ducati. And I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of Lightning Flow, a lot of Lightning Bolt in those presentations. It's gonna be pretty cool. That's a Community Cloud keynote. And Naracha, what are we doing? We have Lightning Bolt Awards because we have a lot of cool Lightning Bolts.
The Bolties.
The Bolties, right. The first annual Bolt Awards. They're going to be Tuesday at Spin, which is like a block from here maybe, right across the street at 4 o'clock. And Naracha and I are going to be handing out some really cool awards for our MVPs, for our customers, and of course, our Bolt Awards. And finally, Naracha, I think you can build one of these here today, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we have Build a Bolt at the Partner Lodge. Come by, it's open all the time. So come by and build a bolt. As Mike showed you, it's like 3 easy steps. So build one at Dreamforce.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike. All right, I hope you're inspired to go build new solutions today. That was a great discussion around innovation. And what we wanted to do, while innovation is at the DNA of Salesforce, so is customer success, a topic near and dear to my heart. In fact, when I first joined Salesforce 8 years ago, that was my first role in our then named Customers for Life group. And nothing could make me happier than to introduce the person who talked me into coming to Salesforce all that time ago, our Chief Adoption Officer, Polly Sumner. Please welcome Polly.
Thanks, Naracha. I really appreciate it. It's hard to imagine that was 8 years ago. So I wanted to just spend a moment and thank you all for all the amazing things that you do for customers and us every day. We wouldn't be here without you. And I think that we all focus on one thing together that uniquely defines the relationship that we have and the kind of things that we're able to bring, whether it's innovation, whether it's growth, whether it's implementations to customers around the world. So thank you very much for that. And I wanted to just share with you a couple of things. First of all, customer success is ingrained in our DNA, and it's ingrained in our shared DNA. Because you know deep in your heart that unless your client or your customer is successful, then you basically can't do more business with them. You may damage your brand. You could have all kinds of adverse side effects. But the most important thing is that it unites you and us in a shared DNA around the success of customers. But the world is changing, and success used to be defined as Salesforce between us and the customer, or maybe in your company, it was defined between you and the client who was paying your bills or who was taking advantage of your innovation or who'd asked you to respond to an RFP or something or using your application. But today we're in a fundamental shift. And that is that the success is now defined by the customer. But I want to make a really distinct point here. It's actually defined by the customer's customer. Now, whether that is, let's say, you're working with an IT department or a CIO at a company, and that CIO says, oh, well, I'm your customer. In reality, the thing that we need to help that CIO understand is that their customer might be the employee in their company. And it's not the guy who runs the sales department or the marketing department or the manufacturing department or the CFO. It's actually the person who uses the solution. And that shift of what do we mean by customer success actually has very far-reaching opportunities for all of us. And it also means that the definition of success is defined by the customer, but it's also really defined by the customer's customer. And that's what we mean at Salesforce when we say we help our customers connect to their customers in whole new ways. So that means that all of us need to think about what can we do about new engagement models? What is that new engagement model? How do we help that individual at a business or even that small business owner understand how they can use technology, your innovation, your domain expertise to actually be able to connect to their customers in new ways? How will they measure it? Will they measure it the same way they measured things in the past? Will they organize? Will they operate? Will they run their businesses in the same way? I was just over with about 50 CEOs this morning talking about this very thing and what's the impact of technology on the fourth industrial revolution and what's the responsibility of a CEO as a leader to help their company change its culture in order to be able to understand the metrics and the capabilities of success. So all around this new engagement, we've been thinking about it for, well, quite some time, and I spend most of my time with CEOs and boards. And I wanted to invite up a person that I hope is very familiar to you. His name is Dan Smoot, and he's in charge of building a lot of the programs around helping you be able to get new engagement with your customers and most importantly, with your customers' customers. So there you go, Dan. Please welcome me.
Thank you, Polly. Thank you. First off, thank you, Polly, for being the champion of customer success. You've truly inspired many of us as we've gone through this journey. And when Mark and Parker founded this company, founded on the premise of customer success, and it continues to be a core value for us today. But why are we talking about customer success? And why is it more important now than ever? We've been on an incredible journey. And through our collective history, we've had tremendous and relentless ACV growth that led to this practices that we see out in this audience today. We have tens of thousands of certified individuals. Many of us have doubled our revenue in just the last few years. And we've got a collective customer base of over 150,000 customers. But even in this very successful model, our customers are asking for more. And so as we scale the back half of this mountain to get to $20 billion and plus, we have to start to think of what those customers are requiring for us now. They need better access to our expanded product portfolio. And inside that product portfolio actually requires for customers to take advantage of our Lightning platform and begin that Lightning transition. It's also been proven that customers that take advantage of our AppExchange have greater adoption and longer-term relationships with both us and our partner ecosystem. So we've been pretty successful to this point. But I think it's now time not just to measure the success of ACV growth, it's now time to talk about revitalization of customer success and what it means. And what it means to get recognized beyond just ACV and start to recognize you on delivering customer success. So what are we gonna do? Well, we've been out on the road for the last year and we've been talking to you about what would it take to start to get engaged a little bit deeper and truly reimagine customer success to take advantage of all these things behind me. And so we've come up with a couple of paths. And one of the first ones I want to go through is something I call deeper customer insights. Now we have to remember that trust is our number one value. And so information we share about customers and even amongst our partners, we have to be very careful to make sure we don't go across that value. But when we talk to you and understand how do we get deeper, we wanted to share a methodology and we're announcing today about what we call data smart selling. And what data smart selling is, it's a methodology of how we actually look at what the customer's behavior is and understand how their propensity to potentially buy. And some great examples of this is we may have a customer who's using Sales Cloud successfully today, but we're starting to see them interact with certain marketing applications. And suddenly we realize that, hey, that's a great opportunity for Perdot or Marketing Cloud. So we want to share this methodology of how we actually do data smart selling, but we also have to share the insights of what's going on in the customer environment. And that's something you have asked from us, and we look forward to sharing. The second thing is health checks. Many of our partners have actually started to begin to create health check products. And these are fantastic. But the feedback is, again, we need to share more insights on the customer to make these health check products work. What is going on with the customer adoption? How are they leveraging consumption? What applications are they using today? And so we also want to understand through these applications, do we have an opportunity to do even more app modernization? But we need, again, to share more customer insights about what's going on so you can build these health check products. And then last but not least, like I said, beyond just measuring ACV, we want to start recognizing you for specialized customer success practices. Customer success practices. But to do this and continue upon this journey, it's got to go beyond just technology implementation or industry-based solutions practices. We also recognize that we have to do this in collaboration with our customer success group. Many of you may have recognized our customer success group as the group that creates and delivers our services. Many of you have probably interacted with them when we talked about our rules of engagement, and potentially, we've done some collaborative services models where we've actually worked with them to help implement complex solutions. But to get to where I talked about in deeper insights and understand how we can make better investments to truly drive a reimagined customer success, we've got to change this engagement, this collaboration to a whole nother level. So I'm proud to announce that we have a couple of new things that we're doing, going into this next year. First off, we are delivering enhanced metrics within Salesforce to make sure that we are focused on our partner success. And what that means, it's how we measure success for you and how you're interacting with our partners, but the way you do that is through compensation. So our services leadership is now compensated on partner success, and that's a big change. The second one is in regards to joint investments. We want to make sure that we're investing in partner success. And I'm also pleased to announce internally our customer success group is going to be investing in partner success. And what that means is they're now actually going to be investing to drive transparency to our partner community. So when I talk about deepening customer insights, it requires much more information sharing that's coming from our success organization into the partner community. And that's what they're going to operationalize for us. They're going to transparently work with our partner community in regards to new service offerings that we want to deliver. An example of that is something what we call our implementation architect. It's something our partner community has been looking for a long time, especially in the commercial marketplace. Looking for an architect that's affordable in the marketplace that they can leverage when dealing with complex implementations. Well, guess what? If you were to go to the Customer Success Group keynote on Wednesday, you'll hear about the announcement of the implementation architect and how our partner community can actually leverage these products. We no longer want to surprise our partner community on our service offerings. We want to offer them to you to leverage them as well. And I think this is an impactful statement. But those are the internal things that we're doing to enhance our revitalization of customer success. Let's talk about a couple of the external things. I'm pleased to announce today that we're actually going to be launching something called Partner Accelerators. This is something that we have offered our customers for the last couple of years. And what these accelerators are one-to-one discussions with Salesforce specialists on solving complex problems for our customers to be able to ramp up and get value out of Salesforce very quickly. Well, we realize that we also need to make these offerings available for you. So through our partner programs, we're pleased to announce that we will be launching partner accelerators for our partners to take advantage of to help solve complex solutions inside of your implementation and your servicing practices. And I think that's great momentum in regards to more information to you. And last but not least is something we call Compass. And again, if you were to go to the keynote with Maria Martinez on Wednesday, who runs our customer success group, you'll hear a lot about Compass, the Salesforce approach. And what Compass is all about is understanding a clear methodology of all the years of history we've had as an organization of driving customer success and putting that methodology into a place that we can drive a consistent branded behavior on implementation for our customers. Because our customers are demanding more. But what does this mean for you? Well, this architecture, the poly reference, which is the customer defines what customer success is, something that we built into the methodology. And it becomes a blueprint for an execution plan. We're no longer gonna do this just inside of Salesforce. We're actually gonna give the same content to you. And so as Naracha talked about a multi-city enablement plan that's coming out, I'm pleased to announce that we're actually gonna take the Compass methodology or the Salesforce approach, and we're gonna hand all that content to you. And we're gonna be able to share the same experiences with our customers to solve these problems and solve the challenges of driving and reimagining customer success. Clearly, the thing that we've been challenged with and that we wanted to make sure that we continue to drive as we really reimagine how to do customer success with our partners and take advantage of getting more share with our customers, sharing deeper insights is critically important. And this is why we want to reimagine customer success with you. And this is why I look forward to going down these paths to blaze new trails on reimagining customer success. So thank you very much, and I look forward to these new programs. And Tyler, back to you.
Yep, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. I'm good. Thank you. All right, Dan, thank you. Polly, the most in-demand person at Dreamforce, thanks for spending the time with us. Naracha, Mike, and the kick-ass demo team back there really made this an exciting event. Thank you. I want to leave you with a couple things. One, hopefully you found this time with us valuable today. And then two, hopefully you've recognize our commitment to you to help you grow and take advantage of this incredible opportunity we have in front of us, not only now, but for the foreseeable future. But also that we are very, very serious in terms of how we want to engage and change the model to make sure they're focused on the customer and their success. I also want to encourage you to have an amazing Dreamforce. See us at the Partner Lodge, the Park Central Hotel, where we've met in previous years. We're going to be streaming the Mark Keynote there as well, so feel free to join us, and the rest of my team will be there. We'll be there having a reception tonight at 5 o'clock, and make sure let's stay connected as well through Twitter and the partner community. So with that, I want to wish everybody a wildly successful Dreamforce. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
You know, Salesforce has changed my life. I wrote a blog post about this a few years ago that I was never expecting to go, I guess, viral, but it did. And the blog post is titled, "The Best Thing I Built on Salesforce, My Career." And it's true.
I was an at-home mom.
I thought I was going to be the world's best pediatric surgeon.
I went to school for business. I was not in this industry a couple of years ago.
I went to school to be a lawyer.
I was a cosmetologist and a hairdresser. If you would have asked me 15 years ago if I would have a career in technology, I would have told you were crazy.
You know, and it's not easy to put yourself out there. I think about what is it that makes you excited and happy and passionate.
What is it that I really love? Why do I like doing this stuff?
Maybe your passion is veterans, and your passion might be retail, or if you're in banking, you can really take what you learn in Salesforce and you can apply it to any industry.
That was an eye-opener for me. This is a huge universe. I can actually start to dream about what I want to do.
The power of the
Salesforce platform allows you to do so many things. You can do so much with it.
I'm flying with Einstein. Woohoo!
The sky is the limit. The limit is your imagination.
We're going to bring our customer a level of service that is extraordinary.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the customer. I can now talk to case study example after case study example of where, with Salesforce, we've been able to pull this off. That's exciting.
That's where it's been life-changing. I never thought I had the ability to do that, and I think Salesforce is not only giving me technical skills, it's giving me confidence in myself to know that I can achieve these things.
Being a trailblazer is coming out first and clearing the path for others.
It's being the voice of the customer.
You're giving them something that they're looking for.
You're always making sure that the best technology is at their fingertips.
These tools actually push me to figure out what the best is every day.
All of that is not possible without an incredible tool like Trailhead.
The best thing about Salesforce and the smartest thing they've ever done is the community.
It is phenomenal.
The Trailhead community, it just takes you wherever you need to go.
I somehow found the user group and I went in there and I was actually hoping to pay somebody to help me, and all these people helped me for free. I will never ever forget that feeling, and I remember that experience and I try to recreate that for other people.
It's an amazing example of what an ecosystem can really do when it bands together and focuses on how we can all make each other better.
Where you can not only be proud of the work that you're doing, but the people you're doing it with.
That's the magic of Salesforce.
It's changed my life. It really has, and it's changed my company and the customers that I work with.
When your customers are happy, your company's thriving, and when your company's thriving, you're truly at your best. You're at the top of your game.
This is what I was meant to do my whole life.
Being your best is not only having a great career, but it's enabling others to have a great career. And I think that makes me my best.